Welcome back to the Mortgage Marketing Update. I'm Brian DeMarie. I'm a loan originator with Union Home Mortgage and the DeMarie lending team. So let's talk about mortgage bonds right now, or the mortgage-backed securities. So basically, as you can see in the chart here, that circled part where it is going down, that it is in red, that means it is decreased in value, and therefore the interest rates go up to compensate for this lack of value now. If they were to go up, interest rates decrease because it's a more favorable investment, so to speak, and money's going to it. So this is a bear market in this current day, at least. And so people are taking money out, and so they will increase the interest rates to compensate for this, right? This is happening in inverse to the 10-year treasury, which is, don't always, but oftentimes they will go in unison in opposite directions. So if the 10 years worth more, mortgage bonds will sort of suffer as a result of that, and then rates can increase. I'm showing you this because there's this blue line going left and right there. That is the 200-day moving average, and we have moved below that, which is kind of a benchmark moment. We started low and then fell even further, kind of in free fall here. And so this is just an example of how interest rates are not at zero also, because you hear this in the media that interest rates are at zero and it's the federal funds rate and it's actually the money that the banks lend to each other, and it is not mortgage rates. So mortgage rates are, very delicate. They're based on the mortgage bonds, which are finite. They sell them every month because every month they write more mortgages, and the mortgages from 30 years ago are maturing. And then so every month they're adding more mortgages into the market. So these are finite investments, not like stocks or anything else. And so they are a little bit more volatile to market conditions. And let's talk some condos. I've been getting a lot of questions about condos lately. As a precursor to this conversation, I would like to say it might be a better idea to suggest townhomes. In the mortgage world, townhomes get treated more like single-family homes than condos do. And they're a lot easier for us to do mortgages on. Sometimes there's a few less in the marketplace, but they're so much easier in the mortgage world. Condos can be very confusing, as you're about to see. So for FHA, there is an approved list of condos, and for Fannie Mae for conventional loans as well. I'm going to give you access to those lists. For FHA in Osceola County, to use the minimum down payment, it is going to be one active property that's over here in Celebration in Georgetown. It's in the North Village, and that's the only one that you can use FHA on. If it's not on the FHA approved list, we can't use FHA. Conventional is a little different. There are only a few here in Orlando. We have Crystal Creek. In Lake Nona, there's something called The Gatherings. And in Celebration, there's Mirasol, just to name a few. And there aren't too many more. You'll also get a copy of this. I'm going to upload this to My Agent page. So what happens is we have to get a long questionnaire, a long condo questionnaire that the buyer does have to pay for. Included in that is the concentration of investors, the budget for the HOA, their liability insurance. You need to see all of these things. And so basically we can make it work sometimes with conventional, because this is the big question. What about the condos that are not on the list? For conventional, we can submit it and sometimes get it approved depending on how that questionnaire comes back. But remember, your inspection has to take place before this, and then we have to wait for the questionnaire to come back. And there's some out-of-pocket expenses for your buyer up front. And all of that gets done before we get to appraisal. We can put the appraisal on hold, but that is good. We're gonna have to wait for that to come back just to get an underwriting approval. So if they put down 30%, instead of using that long questionnaire I was just referring to, we would use a limited review. So it'd be a shorter questionnaire that doesn't have budget info, and it's a little bit easier for us to get that approved, but the buyer has to put down 30% on those. So just a quick reminder, you might want to try to get them to buy a townhouse instead of a condo, because they are a heck of a lot easier for us to do. If you have any questions about this, you can always call me or text me. Happy to talk about condos anytime you want. Facebook ads classes, got more added. Still doing Kissimmee Tuesday the 16th from 4 to 6. Celebration the 17th at 11 to 1. Winter Haven Wednesday the 24th, 11 to 1. Just added Waterford Lakes through the March 3rd, 11 to 1 as well. So you're going to want to look at all of the old videos, our basics videos, and our Canva videos. You want to get busy on your graphic design, so when the class starts, you can take this, put it right into the ad. We can copy and paste the rest of it. You can follow along. We'll try to make it as easy as possible. But this is not a beginner's class. I want to make that clear right now. This is an intermediate class, and we will get your ads up and running if you can run at full speed with the rest of us. All of those videos are backed up on my YouTube channel. Just type in my name, check me out on Instagram. Talk to you tomorrow.